Lesson 6-5, Order of Operations. We've briefly talked about order of operations a few times this year already during warm-ups. The order of operations is PEMDAS. And so we are going to go through and we're going to look and see what each example of PEMDAS stands for. So the P in PEMDAS stands for parentheses. So this means that you want to do everything inside the parentheses of an expression first. So if you ever have something that was like 19 minus 5 plus 4, you want to do the 19 minus 5 first. The E in PEMDAS stands for exponents. And we've already done exponents this year. So anytime that you see something that has like 3 to the second power, you want to do these. If there's no parentheses, then you move on to the exponents. So you want to work your way through the PEMDAS and identify what comes first and do those. Then we have the M and the D. And I'm writing both of these because they are interchangeable. You always want to go from left to right, just like we read. So if you have something that has 6 times 3 plus 4 divided by 2, you can do the multiplication first. But if this was written the other way around, so it's 4 divided by 2 plus 6 times 3, you could also do the division first. It's whatever comes first, the multiplication or the division, left to right. And then the last part of PEMDAS is addition and subtraction, and this follows the same rules as multiplication. You always want to go from left to right, and you want to just do whichever one comes first. So if we had 14 minus 7 plus 3 plus 4, you could do the subtraction first because the addition and subtraction are interchangeable. You just have to make sure you always go left to right. So here's 2 examples where you need to use the order of operations. So we're going to jot down the order of operations up here in the corner just so that we remember it. And so for this first example, I look for parentheses. I don't have any parentheses, so I move on to exponents. I do not have any exponents. So now I want to identify my multiplication and division. Remember, when we multiply and divide, you have to have 2 numbers. So I'm going to circle my multiplication and division, but I'm going to circle them in 2 different colors so I can identify them. So I can do either one first, it doesn't matter. Let's do the 8 times the 2. So that means that whatever you're doing, you point it out, but you need to leave everything that you're not doing. So if I do my 8 times 2, I get 16 divided by the 4 minus 1. Now I can do my division. So my 3 plus and my minus 1 stay. So now I have 16 divided by 4, which is 4. So I've done my multiplication and division. Now I can add and subtract left to right. So I have 3 plus 4 is 7, minus 1 is 6. So the next example, we're going to jot down our PEMDAS again. And we look at parentheses. Well, so everything that's not in parentheses, I'm going to write down. But within my parentheses, I have something else. I have exponents. I have to do the exponents inside the parentheses first. So I have 2 squared, which is 4. Then I can work out my parentheses of 4 minus 3, which is 1. So I did my parentheses and I did my exponents. Now I have my multiplication, so my plus 1 stays the same. 3 times 1 is 3. Now I have my addition which is 4. With distribution also comes expressions like this one. You previously learned that you use the variables to replace with the numbers. So this is written 3 times. We use parentheses because just parentheses around a number divides the two numbers but means multiply. You can also write it 3 times 4. Minus 2, my y is 3, so minus 2 times 3. So now you do your order of operations. So I do not have any parentheses. I do, but there's nothing within the parentheses to solve. So I don't have any exponents. Now I have to do multiplication or division. So 3 times 4 is 12. My subtraction sign stays. And then I do 2 times 3, which is 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. Pause the video to complete the lesson review. Make sure you show me this lesson review for verification of watching this video.